first and foremost, we are currently trying something out new, guys. So for all you audio listeners who listen to us, we are starting to branch out to a video podcast.
Video podcast.
A video podcast. So, so this is our test episode for that. So if you're watching on YouTube and you found us randomly, hello, wave to the people. Yeah, see, look at now you're like sitting here looking. So, exactly. So, we are down in the bunker, which is no longer the dojo. So,
Bunkering down in the bunker.
yeah.
It's gonna have to do.
Yep, hunker in the bunker. So, for everybody who's been listening, we've had a couple of people on. We've been doing a lot of interviews with people.
So exciting.
Yes. If you listened to the last podcast, Jack was on, and he's going to see if he can help us get some other people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Jack, any art.
Any art. Any art will do. No, great guy. So if you haven't heard that one, I suggest going back to that one. I butchered his name at the beginning because of the fact of, but it's okay because Corey understands it.
Yeah, Corey.
Yeah. So, super stoked about all this. Obviously, first time doing this, it's going to be a little different. Things are going to be a little weird and everything. So, quality's going to be a little bit bad on the camera until we get a better camera. But it's kind of our test camera. So, I test camera. And then we'll kind of encode a little bit better too because of the fact that we just got blank space up in the top corner.
Yeah.
So, but we'll put something there. Something exciting. Exactly. So, what else was I gonna say? I don't know. It's kind of weird because of the fact that I'm excited that we're doing this, and I think it's gonna be really cool and everything. Now, Cody, you were talking about a couple of things before we got on, and you want to talk about a couple of games.
Yeah, a couple of games, but leading into the bigger topic. There's a game coming out. It's like tomorrow, 21st, the 21st. Mass Effect, the new Mass Effect.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big Mass Effect guy. Love that series. But the new game, Andromeda, is coming out on the 21st.
Is it Andromeda or is it Titus? Andromeda. Yeah, you can't even talk tonight.
No, it's Mass Effect Andromeda.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
And it's like the fourth installment of the Mass Effect series. It's not a part of the first. It's not a part of the trilogy. It's just like a brand new game.
So it's kind of like a branch off of like the same universe, but not.
But they're trying a whole new thing now. Like they're a whole new backstory. Like I don't even know if you're Shepard still. I don't even think you're.
I don't know if you're gonna be or not. It would be kind of cool though.
I don't even think you are. I think it's all brand new.
Well,
everything's brand new.
the person looks different, but I mean.
Yeah, it's you are a captain, just like the other ones. And
You're trying to find a new home because the ship seems like it's dying and everything. Yeah.
And you have to you go to a new galaxy, like a whole new galaxy, and you're not even in the Milky Way anymore. You go to this other whole system,
Mm-hmm.
and you are now the aliens, and you are trying to communicate with this whole other galaxy, and it looks like it's going to be pretty intense.
There's actually.
Footage I saw, like this dude was playing. He goes into the galaxy, lands on the planet right away. Everybody's just shooting the shit out of him.
No, that's the fun part. Now, that's not the only video game coming out. I mean, I'm just looking at because we look at a lot of our stuff from Kotaku.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking at a release list for Tuesday, the 21st. Mass Effect's on there. Tokudenin 2, Touhou Double Focus, Touhou Genso Wanderer, Troll and I, Berserker, and the Band of the Hawk, Death Tales, Everything, Freedom Planet, Rayon Riddles, Rise of the Goblin King, and Royal Defense. Those are all the ones coming out.
Wow.
So,
The biggest release is probably Andromeda.
yeah, and then if you go back, go to next week, supposedly Kingdom Hearts 1.5 Remix and Kingdom Hearts 2.5 Remix
Ooh.
are going to be released.
Remastered? Is that what that means, basically?
Yeah, kinda. They just call it Remix, though.
Okay.
There was a big thing about that where, the original Kingdom Hearts, they lost a lot of the, they lost a lot of the original source material and source files of the game. So when they had to re-release it, they had to like re-encode everything. So if you have an original game compared to a new game, some of the assets are different.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That's intense.
Yeah.
They're actually, it's kind of funny, like when they reboot, they're actually going to reboot Final Fantasy VII. They're going to reboot that, remaster. It's going to be all brand new next gen graphics and
It's about time.
yeah, I cannot wait for that. I cannot wait for that. I cannot wait to see what that's gonna look like, all revamped for next gen consoles and possibly PC, hopefully. Because that game did come out on all platforms back in the day in the 90s. It was probably the biggest game.
Yeah.
Biggest IP back in the 90s that ever did come out.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So the other thing with and this is kind of off subject, but with us live broadcasting, so up at the camera again, so we're going to be releasing all our podcasts on the channel, basically with just the logo on there. That way people can kind of get caught up in that.
And our website.
Well, yeah, of course, our website. What's our website, Cody?
www.iroots.com.
And how do you spell iRoots?
IROOTTS.com. We have our domain.
Yeah.
It's pretty intense. Still slightly under construction. We still have to upload the episodes. That's going to take
It's going to be
chunk of
about
time.
2 weeks or so.
It's because you got to sit there and individually upload each one.
Exactly. So, I mean, there's a lot going on. I mean, new games coming out. A lot of other things that are going to be going through. Yeah. Cody's working on a bunch of stuff.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
working on a bunch of stuff.
Portfolio pieces and website stuff and
Animated series.
animated series.
That's right, I said it. Animated series. So, that being said, we also have a couple of bones to pick. I've been kind of annoyed lately, so I'm going to let Cody explain this. Oh, you know what? We were talking about this. Seeing all those people getting up in arms about talking back about Mass Effects.
Oh, yeah.
Their
Okay.
issue.
Yeah, there was this. Okay, they had day one issues. There was the early release for all the YouTube partners and whatever, and these people streaming it, and there was a large issue with some of the facial animations in the video game, and there was an issue with one of the animators, technically, but there was a lot of convoluted backlash about it. Like, there was an animator that I'm not even sure if it's a man or a woman, but there was this small community of people. There was a blog post by the Ralph Retort. These people were coming down hard on her because on this person because apparently this person is Allie Rose Marie. Yeah, this woman was receiving sexually explicit messages because she was identified as the lead animator for EA mocap, but there was some awkward facial animations and like glitchy facial animations. Games will have that, They shouldn't have them, but they do once they launch, and then they just fix them post production with patches. But this game is a pretty huge game, and there's a lot of very hardcore fans out there, and they were pretty angry. They were making comments like she must have gotten fired in the company because she got her job by performing sex acts, and she got her job because she's blah 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 and this and that. She's also receiving death and rape threats. Oh no, this was another woman, the Anita Skirsian, over the Gamergate controversy. This.
Oh, I'm not even gonna go into that one.
Yeah.
That's a whole other can of worms.
Yeah.
But it goes back to the whole thing that people have all of this option to look on the internet for stuff, okay? It's all fine and dandy until it's too much.
Yeah.
And we're getting the information too quickly and no one's fact checking,
Fact checking at all.
So, and I really just no.
Everybody just gets crazy and pissed off.
Exactly.
It's kind of annoying. It's like that is like one of my biggest pet peeves. Even with not just with gaming, just like everything in general, like especially with the election and like just people, just environment issues and election and people just getting information from one, most of the time unaccredited news source and just praising it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a dead horse and just like.
Well, it's terrible.
Fact checking and just spewing out all these opinions with no real like substance to what they're talking about. It's like, oh my god.
They're like, oh yeah, by the way, nope.
Yeah.
It's like, that's one thing I hate.
Yeah, because apparently this person at EA, they identified her as a lead member, but obviously EA was saying, no, like she's not a lead animator, and they're targeting this woman over these issues, and she's not even one of the lead animators. It's just really bad. Which brings me into another point, which is funny because you were like, "Oh, I got this from Kotaku," but this other little tidbit of information I found from Reddit, which I don't know is any much more
credible as anything else.
There's this person asking a question: if Kotaku and IGN are a bad source for gaming news, then what is a good source? And there's a lot of responses to that. There's BG 24/7, and there's other sources like the PA Report. There's CNET. There's Joystick. There's all kinds of different sources out there. But you would think like Informer Gaming has been a freaking like a Game Informer, right? That's Game Informer, correct?
Yeah.
IGN?
Yeah.
That's been a steady news source for gaming for the past 30 years. I remember getting Game Informers in like 1993.
Probably not Game Informer.
Game Informers? Game Informer?
I don't think it was 1993.
94, 95, yeah. Fact check it.
We're gonna fact check. See, this is the perfect thing. You fact check. Fact check everything.
I've been getting Game Informer for. I remember getting a Game Informer magazine from Walden Books in the 90s for Killer Instinct for move lists. And I used to be subscribed to it for a very long time. You have one sitting right here, Vincent.
I do. You're gonna knock everything over by pulling it
Yeah,
out.
a couple of them sitting right there.
Yes. Let's see. Do, 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 do. Yeah, that's why when you're like gaming for it, I'm like, maybe you want to double check that. Let's see.
It's a very, very old.
I just don't think it was the 90s. I could see maybe the 2000s, but I'm not 100% sure. What year did you say exactly?
Okay, I'll say 95.
You say 95?
Yeah.
So you're okay.
Whatever year Game Killer Instinct came out on Super Nintendo, I know there was a Game Informer for
So you think it was 95?
it. Yeah.
What if I told you you were wrong?
There's no way that game that
No. What if I told you you were wrong?
whatever. What was the date?
Do you want to know the exact date?
Yeah.
It was in August
Okay.
1991.
Yeah. See, it was earlier. I said 93.
See, now you're changing your story. See? Fact
I
changing!
said.
You said 95.
Well, I did, but because I didn't.
But no, I'm just saying this was a perfect example of bringing it up.
Yeah.
Because of the fact of I wasn't 100% sure.
Neither was I, but I knew it
So.
was in the mid 90s.
But you made an assumption, and that's the exact thing that we were talking about.
Yeah, I know.
So that way you know, because of the fact that it's just, you know.
Yeah, Game Informer's been around for a long frickin' time.
Yep.
Long time. So I don't know how people can be like, oh, IGN is a terrible, terrible news source. It's like, pretty sure it's been a staple in the gaming community for.
Well, yeah, Game Informer has been, but I mean, it's kind of anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, usually Game Informer when you like buy something from.
GameStop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, that's just what it is, you know.
Yeah. Game Informer. Or Game Pro. Remember those?
Oh yeah. Well, that's like Nintendo Power.
Nintendo Power.
Nintendo Power.
Or, is there PSM? My buddy Matt used to get those. Used to leave all of his demo discs at my house.
Yeah, I love the demo disc. That was the fun part. Especially because you're like, alright, I can play games that aren't rated yet. Alright. But, that being said, I kind of want to steer it back in towards, we're going to go on a brief hiatus for the next 2 weeks while we're working on a couple of things. So, Cody is going to be working on his art projects, and if he ever gets done with that 3D project,
You know what? I'm gonna do it. Rolling on that.
I don't really care anymore.
You don't?
No. Dude, you're so far out now, I don't even care anymore.
Oh, okay.
So, and I'm going to be working with Paige on my project, and I've also got the board game I'm working on, and I think that lately we've been all kind of rushing through and getting everything in our content's kind of dropped down a little bit.
Yeah.
Especially today, it just feels kind of which sucks because of the fact that it's the first time we're live broadcasting, so, you know, I kind of hate that it's not my A game, but I think this next 2 weeks of taking a break and kind of getting things set back up and going, because we're going to introduce our new banner, and we're going to introduce a couple other things. and hopefully we can get Paige back on and start talking about the project. So guys, with that, I think I've run out of things to say. It's been a short day today.
It's been a short day.
It's been a short
Ran out
day.
of things to say.
Uh-huh. So, we're now in the after the show part with the live stream.
Yeah.
Okay? A little side note here. Because of the fact that I'm trying to find out how to stop the live stream. Let's just try it this way. File. Save. There we go. And
Hates it.
what?
Hates it.
Okay, and
We didn't even do an ad read.
no, I didn't.
You don't want to do an ad read?
Not this one.
Oh my god. I'm fired?
You're not fired. We're still live streaming. I don't know how to stop. That's why I was like, okay, we'll end it here because of the fact I'm like sitting here going, I don't know how to stop. What if I